fashion cupboard baby. In this video I'm going to go back through what I packed in my hospital bag for myself and for my baby and share with you what I actually used, because I'm pretty sure I overpacked. When I was pregnant and packing, I watched loads of those kind of videos on YouTube, and I thought it would be really useful to share with you what I actually used so that you might save yourself from overpacking in future. So I've got my list in front of you. So I'm going to start going through my list of what I packed for myself. I'm just keeping a close eye on my daughter Elena on the baby monitor. Don't know if you can see that while I'm doing this, so might have to nip off. The joys of being a mum. So what I packed for myself, I packed a pink suitcase for myself, and I had in it 3 nursing night dresses. I stayed in the hospital for 2 nights, and so I definitely used 2 night dresses. I'm fairly sure that I only did use 2 because I dressed myself during the day. I didn't want to stay in, a lot of people in the hospital do like to stay in their pyjamas, but I prefer to get up and get ready in the morning. So I did use 2 of those night dresses, so I overpacked by 1. 3 nursing bras, I definitely again would have used 2 for, I went in on the Friday night, I would have used 2 for the Saturday and for the Sunday, so again overpacked by 1. Maternity tank teeny, I didn't go in the water at all. I wasn't actually given the option. I had been suggested that I might have been able to go into a birthing pool, not to give birth but just to ease the labour pains, but actually everything happened so quickly once I did go up to hospital that it wasn't required, so didn't need to take my tank teeny at all. I also took 4 nursing tanks. Again, I used only 2 of those. A cotton robe, which I absolutely did use. So after giving birth, I had a shower and got changed into my pyjamas, and I used the robe that evening, and I definitely used it in the mornings when I was nursing Elena before getting ready for my visitors arriving. I took 5 disposable underwears, and I'm fairly sure that I used the majority of them. Needless to say, you need to change fairly regularly, so I would definitely recommend taking those. I took 2 toothbrushes. I took one for my husband. He didn't actually need to brush his teeth, so he was with me till fairly late on the Friday night. I think he left around midnight. He probably could have brushed his teeth if he wanted to, but he didn't, so I overpacked by 1. Face spritz, actually I was recommended to bring by a friend, but I actually didn't use it. I didn't feel that I particularly got over hot, but it would have been useful to have in labour if I'd needed it. Perfume mini vial. I didn't put on any perfume, so the midwives actually recommended that I didn't wear perfume because I was breastfeeding and the baby needs to get used to your scent, and it can also, I suppose, irritate their little nose and their skin, so I didn't use the perfume at all. Brush, yes, I used that. Lavender massage oil. I would love to say that my husband gave me a massage, but I would be lying. I did not use the massage oil, so that was a bit of a waste of packing. Tic Tacs and extra mint gum. I didn't actually use either of those, but always handy to have something like that in case you feel you need it. Lip balm, yes. My lips got so dry during labour and afterwards, and I think the heating and the air conditioning, and it was air conditioning because it was July in the hospital, meant that my lips got really dehydrated, so definitely use the lip balm. I also took a Cymex lip treatment. I think I probably used both of those. Razor, I didn't need to use a razor. I had recently shaved just before going into hospital actually, so I didn't need that. Plasters, no. Floss sticks, I don't think I used those. I probably should have, but I didn't. Shower gel sachets and body cream sachets, yes. Vaseline antibacterial hand cream. This stuff is amazing. This is the Vaseline hand cream here. So it is a hand cream, but it's also got antibacterial in it, so it's the same as using the antibacterial gel. And if you're regularly using that gel, you'll know if you're in the hospital visiting people and you're using it, or if you use it at home often, it really dries out your hands. So I found this a total lifesaver, particularly because I did get an infection, so I was vigilant about washing my hands really thoroughly and using antibacterial hand gel, and I did feel that my hands were so dry, so this stuff came in really handy. So I did pack it, and yes, I did use it in the hospital as well. What else? Nipple cream, I didn't actually use in the hospital, although I did use it when I get home. Shampoo and conditioner, yes. Mini Bioderma, yes, so that was to remove my makeup. I used that on the Friday night, and I did put on a little makeup in the hospital as well, so I used it for that, as well as the cotton pads. Cleanser and toner, yes and yes. Face soap, I actually don't think I used that, but I could have. The face moisturiser, yes, I did use that. Again, my skin got really dried out in the hospital, so I really wanted to have that. I had a mini deodorant, yes, I used that. I took a carrier bag for putting dirty washing in, so that I could give it to my husband, and I used several of those. I gave him my dirty washing every day. Camera and charger, of course. I used my camera. I didn't actually need to charge my camera in the hospital, but I was glad I had it just in case, because that's the last thing you want is for your camera to, you know, run out of battery when you've just had a baby and you want to take lots of pictures. Tesco maternity towels times 10. Yes, I used those. We did get given some by the hospital as well, actually, and I don't necessarily think that there was anything wrong with the ones we were given, but I definitely would prefer to always have more rather than less. Breast pads, I didn't actually need them. My milk didn't really come in straight away. I didn't need them till I got home. Hairband and hair ties, yes. Batiste mini spray, I didn't use it actually. I shampooed my hair both days, but definitely still handy to have. I'm glad I packed it. Halo surface wipes, that's for the toilets and things. I think I might have used them at first and then after that forgot about them. Kleenex tissues, yes. Pregnancy vitamins, yes, I still took those. New Mama bottom spray, yes, I did use this. Did it work? It was certainly cooling, so I definitely used it and I found it was cooling. I also took the Dermoplast spray and I used that as well, and that was definitely numbing, so not only cooling but numbing, so I think that helped, but I also did end up getting an infection, so I don't know if, you know, using those things was a good or a bad thing. Handheld fan, I didn't use. Contact lenses, I don't think I used those either. Stretch mark cream, I didn't actually use, but I could have, it would be good to have them. Depuffer under eye gel, no, I didn't use that. Eye mask and earplugs, I actually didn't use that. I was too worried about my baby crying, never mind anyone else's, so I didn't need that. Postpartum belt, I must admit I did not use that, either in the hospital or afterwards. Hair turban and body towel, yes, and yes, I did use those. Socks, slippers, yes. I took a book in with me, but you know, honestly, you're too busy looking after your baby and worrying about that I never had any time to read a book. Tinted moisturiser samples, I did put on a little bit of makeup. I took Arnica bruising tablets. I actually had forgotten that I packed them. I probably should have taken them, but I didn't. Makeup remover pen I didn't use. L10's machine I used absolutely at home whilst I was in labour, and I found it really good. I will do a review on that TENS machine at some point so that you know how to use it and how it worked for me. However, I didn't take it to the hospital with me and I didn't use it there. Lavender heat pad, again I used that at home, but I didn't take it to the hospital in the end. iPod and earphones I did take but I didn't use. Birth plan I absolutely did take. Then there was things to add at the last minute. My hospital notes, obviously I took those. Leggings, sandals, maxi dress and cardigan, that was my kind of going home outfit and I did wear that. iPad and charger, I don't think I took my iPad in the end, and I certainly didn't use it if I did have it with me. iPhone and charger, yes and yes. Toothpaste, yes. Snacks and drinks, we did take some snacks and drinks. I didn't really need them, although my husband did go the next day and bring me loads of water because he told me to drink a lot of water to get my milk in. So he brought that back, but I don't actually think we really used much of what we had taken, although I think my husband did actually take some of the snacks. Money was handy to have, but I didn't use it. Everyday makeup, yes. Glasses, yes. Tangle teaser and round brush, yes. Thornton's chocolate for the hospital staff, yes, I did take that and they were thrilled. Car seat, obviously you need that, and obviously we used it to come home. And travel hair dryer, yes, I did use that in the hospital. I did actually have to ask because there were signs in the hospital to say you weren't supposed to use your own hair dryer, but I did ask the midwife and she did allow me to use it in the end, but you have to watch out for that, so just be careful in your hospital whether you can use your hair dryer or not. So on to what I packed for the baby then. Like I said, she was born on the Friday and we got out on the Sunday, so I had packed 2 sleep gowns. Those are the ones that look almost like a nightgown. They come down to their little ankles. Let me just check on. Sleeping like a baby. Can't see that. Those are the ones that come down to their ankles and they are open at the bottom like a nightie, so that they're easy to sort of change and things. I did use one and I put that on the next day so that the doctor, so I think the paediatrician didn't come till the Sunday, that's why we didn't get out till the Sunday, so I had it on that day so the paediatrician could check her cord and things. I didn't use the other one. I actually found them, she was 8'7" when she was born, which is fairly big for a girl, I suppose. But I did find, given that they were 0 to 3 months, they were quite tight on the arms and at the chest for a newborn. Not tight for a newborn, but not as easy to get on as I would have liked, and maybe not as soft, so didn't use them very often. Short newborn vest I didn't use, but I did use the button-up vest, and I'm pretty sure I used all 3 of the ones that I had packed because we had an accident. 2 newborn sleep suits, yes. So she was absolutely in newborn clothes. So I packed both newborn and 0 to 3 because I didn't know, because everyone was telling me this baby was going to be huge. No, she was absolutely in newborn, and newborn stuff was still huge on her. So I used the 2 newborn sleep suits. Heart print muslin cloth, yes, I used that as a burp cloth. And over the shoulder burp cloths, yes, I probably used all of those. Swaddle Me wrap I didn't use. I actually just used the NHS blankets that they gave me, which I found to be cosy, warm and easy to swaddle her in. Mama's and Papa's swaddle wrap, same thing, didn't use that. An A&A's muslin cloth, I didn't use that for swaddling, but I probably did use it for a burp cloth because you go through a million of those. If you're a new mum, you'll know that. 2 pairs of mittens, yes, we did use the mittens. They always fell off, but I was afraid her hands would get cold, so I did use them. 3 pounds of newborn socks, yes, I used those. 2 newborn hats, again, yes, I used those. This was July and it was pretty hot, but they did still ask us to put the hat on for the first couple of days, and then we didn't really need one after that. 2 floral bandana bibs and a Tommy Tippy bib. Yes, I used all of those, but honestly I would recommend, if you're going to buy bibs for your newborn, get the ones with the plastic on the back, because these ones are beautiful, they're cute, they look nice over the outfits, they're nice in pictures, but they let the milk right through, being entirely honest. Next, warm sleep suit for newborn. I did actually use that, but only because she'd had an accident and I didn't have another sleep suit that fit her. Well, they were all too big. Because honestly, it was really hot and I didn't really need that one. Had 3 0 to 3 months sleep suits. I don't think I used any of them in the end. They were just a little too big. And then her going home outfit was a pink cardigan with a Winnie the Pooh romper, and absolutely we did put that on her. We took the sleep sheep on the go. I actually ended up just leaving that in the car, and we did put it on when we had her at home in the car seat. Knitted blankets, yes, we kept that for the car seat. Cellular blanket, yes, I did take that into the hospital with me, but again I ended up using the NHS ones instead. And the baby book, yes, we did fill in a little of the baby book the next day when my husband came. The NHS hospitals allow your husband to be there sort of from, I think it was about 11 AM until about 8 PM. Whereas everybody else kind of has a visiting window, but you know, your husband can be there the whole day. And so when he was there, I think he filled in part of the baby book, so we did do that. Then of course we had nappies and nappy disposal bags. Yes, we used all of those. Not all of them, but several of them. We had baby cotton pads. Yes, we didn't use wipes when she was a newborn. We used the cotton pads with warm water. So absolutely yes, we did use those. Pampers newborn nappies, yes. Mamia wipes, again they were in the changing bag just for future really. We didn't use those at all. I think I might have used them for my hands actually, so it was useful to have. Nursing cover, yes, I did use that. I was nursing her when some of my visitors came. Actually, I was having a lactation consultant watch me nurse, so I really had to nurse, and I had my dad and things coming up, so I felt that it was appropriate to use the nursing cover then. Antibacterial hand gel, yes, absolutely used that. Breast pads, like I said, I didn't need to use those. Baby nail scissors, I didn't use those. Nail files, didn't use those. Changing mat and wet bag, which came with the changing bag. I used the changing mat to change her on the bed. And the wet bag, I'm pretty sure I did use that to put some wet clothes in after she had an accident, so that my husband could take it away without it touching anything else. So there we go. So that was everything that I packed in my hospital bag, and I thought it'd be useful for you to hear what I actually used. What I'll do is I'll link down in the information box below what I actually did use, and that can be a most up-to-date list of what you might want to pack in your own hospital bag. So if you're watching this and you're pregnant, best of luck with everything. I hope your labour and delivery goes well, and I hope that your child brings you lots of joy and happiness in the future. Remember to subscribe and stay tuned for future videos. Thanks, bye!